So now we will be dealing with jurisdiction in CPC. So when we talk about jurisdiction, jurisdiction is a very fundamental thing, whether it be a civil case or a criminal case, because it is the very basis or starting point of a case. If the jurisdiction is not proper, not correct, then it can affect the decree or judgment. So first of all, coming to the basic meaning of jurisdiction. When we talk about jurisdiction, the terms that comes to our minds are authority, power, limitations. So that means jurisdiction means power, authority, limitations of a court to hear and decide the case. We can say that it is a power of the court to decide and to hear and decide the case. In CPC, when we talk about jurisdiction, we basically know about three kinds of jurisdiction, that is pecuniary jurisdiction, territorial jurisdiction, and jurisdiction as to subject matter. But today I will be saying some of the jurisdictions apart from these kinds of jurisdictions. These three are the basic kinds of jurisdiction which has been provided in CPC. But apart from these kinds of jurisdiction, there are certain kinds of jurisdiction which I will be saying that what are the types of jurisdiction when it comes to kinds or types of jurisdiction. So first of all, coming to the basic kind of jurisdiction, that is a civil jurisdiction and a criminal jurisdiction. So civil jurisdiction is the jurisdiction which deals with the cases of civil nature, and criminal jurisdiction is the jurisdiction which deals with the cases of criminal nature. So for that we have to discuss that what is a case of civil nature and what is a case of criminal nature. When there is a right of a private party and a wrong is done to a private party or an individual, then we say that it is a private wrong, and that's what civil case or civil wrong arises. When we say that there is a wrong against community, against public, then it's an offense, then it's a wrong against public, then we say it's a crime. So when we distinguish between a civil wrong and a criminal wrong, after that it has to be determined that there is a thing called civil jurisdiction and there is a thing called criminal jurisdiction. Now coming to second type of jurisdiction, which is territorial jurisdiction, that we say every court has its local or territorial limits beyond which it cannot act. So that local limitation is known as territorial jurisdiction. The local limit of the court inside which the court can act is known as local or territorial jurisdiction. Now coming to pecuniary jurisdiction. Pecuniary means monetary. So when the pecuniary jurisdiction comes, that means we have to determine what is the amount, what is the valuation of the case. Accordingly, the case will fall under that kind of court. For example, High Court and district courts in civil cases doesn't have any limitation with the kind of pecuniary matter. But the small causes court do have the limitation on pecuniary matter. So when it comes to pecuniary, always remember that it means monetary, or the amount or valuation is to be determined. After that, according to the pecuniary limit, the court is to be approached. Accordingly, that court is approached. So when the pecuniary amount is valued, after that the court is to be chosen, or the court which has jurisdiction is to be approached. That means this is a kind of jurisdiction where the amount plays a vital role, where the monetary amount, where the valuation plays a very vital role. Next, coming to jurisdiction as to subject matter. Every case has a different subject matter. For example, some cases might have subject matter regarding partition, property. Some cases might have a subject matter regarding breach of contract. Some cases might have subject matter regarding marriage, divorce. So it depends. So depending upon the subject matter of the case, the jurisdiction of the court lies. For example, family court jurisdiction lies in family matters like marriage, divorce and all, but the family court doesn't have the jurisdiction in breach of contract matters and property matters. This is an example which I gave for the jurisdiction as to subject matters. That means it is to be known that jurisdiction as to subject matter means the subject matter is to be determined of the case. After that only the court has to be choose that in which court the jurisdiction do falls.